Researchers inside this large laboratory in downtown Denver are focusing their attention on something quite small.
So you think this is a spiracle?
Yeah, so there we've got our spiracle. So
A dragonfly.
Dragonflies are a really good model system for understanding how organisms overcome low oxygen at high elevations.
Dr. Michael Moore wants to know how this insect is able to fly in higher elevations despite the lack of oxygen. A critical question considering the researchers from CU Denver and Georgia Tech just wrapped up a study that suggests flying insects, like bees, are moving to cooler, higher elevations to escape rising global temperatures, a move that could prove their demise.
So flying insects are having a harder time moving up into the mountains in response to climate change because they need a lot of oxygen to live.
Flying requires more energy and therefore more oxygen. And the future for the flyers isn't looking good.
What we're finding is that even over this 100 years, the flying insects don't seem to be able to overcome the low oxygen, high elevations.
So they're not adapting.
It doesn't seem like it.
And if our flying pollinators, like bees, can't adapt, they won't survive. And if they don't survive, that would have dire consequences on our global food supply.
So if these species that pollinate some of our most important crops are more likely to go extinct, we're all going to be in a lot of trouble because our food systems are going to be imperiled.
Moore says two things need to happen to help the struggling pollinators. One, we need to build connected corridors for them.
Forested habitat that goes all the way down from the lowest elevations to all the way in the highest elevations. That way species are able to move to higher elevations without having to jump over a city or a farmland.
Second, we need to provide the pollinators cooler native habitat at the lower elevations.
Thinking about native plants, thinking about trying to reduce the total amount of grass in our yards, and providing more plants that bees and butterflies like to feed from is going to help them overcome all of these different challenges that they're facing in the environments today.
Moore says we should also reduce our use of pesticides. Anything we can do to help these tiny flying creatures that help us every day survive. Meteorologist Keely Chalmers, 9 News.
So if you're looking for ways to make your yard more pollinator friendly, we have some resources for you on our website at 9news.com.